Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bill and Poppy's lovemaking is interrupted by an intruder, and Ridge and Brooke fly off without Steffi. Today on The Bold and the Beautiful, Lee sets Katie straight, Hope secretly gloats about Steffi's mishap, and Bill forgives Poppy. On the Forrester jet, Ridge complains that they're going to be late for the meeting with the prince. Brooke thinks maybe Steffi changed her mind about joining them. Ridge grunts that she hasn't changed her mind and wonders what's keeping her. At the checkpoint, Steffi rummages through her bags. Items are flying everywhere as Deuce the pilot catches her bra and awkwardly hands it back to her. Steffi can't understand where her passport has gone. She calls Ridge on the jet and tells him she's there, but she can't find her passport. Ridge asks her to hand the phone to Deuce. He tells the pilot there must be something they can do. Deuce tells him that if they don't leave now, they'll miss their landing time and their meeting with the prince. Steffi grabs the phone back and tells her dad to go without her. At Forrester, Hope holds Steffi's passport and flashes to chasing her down with it when Steffi closed the elevator doors. Hope sighs, "I did try." She thinks aloud that the jet should be taking off any time now, without Steffi on it. Carter comes in and Hope hides the passport. Carter teases her about being behind the big desk. "Your secret's safe with me." Ridge, Brooke, and Steffi should be in the air by now anyway. Hope glances at the corner of Steffi's passport sticking out and quirks her lip. Carter knows Hope wanted this trip to be just her mom and Ridge. Hope says if Steffi wants to be a third wheel, then who is she to stop her? Carter says the trip is important and he can understand her wanting to be there. Hope points out it's all about Brooke's bedroom. Carter argues Steffi is the co-CEO. Hope asks if there's something he needs. Taken aback, Carter turns to leave. Hope stops him. "She didn't mean it like that." "You're right, it would be a shame if Steffi wasn't there." In Lee's office, she asks Katie if she's insinuating that Poppy had something to do with the overdoses at Il Giardino. Katie recaps that Lee's sister takes drugs and she found out she knew Tom Starr back in the day. By the way, she gets really defensive when I ask her about that. Katie really wants to know what Lee thinks. Is it possible Poppy is responsible for Tom and Hollis' deaths? Lee wouldn't go as far as to give her credit. Katie's frustrated. Lee says she's broken up marriages and relied on rich men, but she doesn't think she's capable of what she's suggesting. Katie is hearing that Poppy is a manipulator and is sure that's what she's doing to Bill. She points out that Tom Starr was playing the night Luna was conceived. Lee says, "Katie, enough." She can say with 100% certainty that Bill is Luna's father. In Bill's living room, Poppy tells him she had a relationship with Tom Starr. Bill recaps that she didn't want to tell him this because the guy could have been Luna's father. Poppy sobs that she's sorry she didn't tell him, she knows that she should have. Bill's having trouble wrapping his head around this. "You're admitting that Tom Starr could have been Luna's father?" Poppy says yes. Bill turns away. Poppy grabs his shoulder and pleads that her heart has always belonged to him. "Please tell me you understand that." Bill turns back to face Poppy and tells her he can't believe what he's hearing and that he's just now hearing. "I can only imagine what you were going through. All the years with this Tom Starr stalking her while she was trying to raise her daughter must have been awful. You were concerned that this guy was basically tracking you and he could have been Luna's father. You didn't want that for her, and that, I completely understand." Poppy throws herself into his arms in relief. "I promise I will never keep anything from you again." Deep down, she's always known that he was Luna's father. In Lee's office, she can see that Katie's upset. She understands her disappointment and frustration. Katie wonders why she can't see the truth. Lee reminds her she did the paternity test herself. "My sister and Luna are now part of the Spencer family." At Bill's place, he recaps that Lee ran the paternity test and they all know she didn't want him to be Luna's father. He has no question about that. Poppy says he amazes her. she recaps that when she saw him again all her walls were up, but he broke them down again. She's enjoyed every single moment since then. He's been kind, generous and understanding toward her and her daughter. Bill says she and Luna mean a lot to him. He realizes how difficult it must have been for her to tell him about this guy from the past. Bill hopes she knows that Katie's just being protective because they share a son. Just know that I believe you. They embrace. Poppy Bill B&B. The Forester jet is now in the air and Ridge feels terrible that Steffi didn't make the flight. Brooke doesn't look as disappointed. Ridge grunts that this trip was important to Steffi, she should be there. Brooke says, well, now we're on our way and we're going to have a fabulous time in Monte Carlo. Very magical. Just the two of us. In the Forester office, Carter and Hope are joking around and he heads to the door for a meeting with some team supervisors. He didn't mean to upset her earlier, but he thinks this trip is good for everyone. Hope agrees. Once alone, Hope glances at the desk where Passport is hidden and says, I agree that all the necessary people will be there. Just then, Steffi walks in. Hope asks, shouldn't you be on a jet to Monaco? Steffi ransacks the desk as Hope asks what's going on. Steffi asks, am I losing my mind? What's going on? She finds her passport and tells Hope, I couldn't board the plane without it. Hope asks if Ridge and Brooke took off without her. Steffi tells Hope that, yes, she got what she wanted. My father and Brooke on a plane to Monte Carlo without me. In Lee's office, she tells Katie she's not her sister's biggest fan, but she's not a murderer. If foul play was involved with Tom and Hollis, it was Sheila Carter who was responsible. Katie points out she's already been questioned and released. Lee says that in that case, if there is a killer, he or she is still out there. At Bill's place, someone unseen lurks downstairs. Upstairs, Poppy and Bill are sitting on the edge of the bed and agree never to speak of Tom Starr again. Poppy tells him he's transformed her life and Luna's life. She gushes about how grateful she is for the man he turned out to be and the father he already is. He's the missing piece to the puzzle. I am so happy that we're a family. Bill is too. Nothing will tear them apart. They kiss passionately and Bill lays her back on the bed. Someone approaches and opens the door. Poppy screams bloody murder. Family drama, Bill and will face off in a fiery homecoming reunion? The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates tease Bill Spencer will provide comfort to Poppy Nozawa as she faces a moment of panic. With Katie Logan raising concerns about Tom Starr, Poppy will feel compelled to reveal the truth about Tom's final claims. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Poppy Nozawa will confess to Bill Spencer. Poppy will be overwhelmed with emotion as she reveals the truth about Tom claiming to be Luna Nozawa's biological father. Despite Poppy's attempts to share the paternity results with Tom, he stubbornly refused to accept them, dismissing them as nonsense. Katie has even gone so far as to suggest that Poppy may have resorted to extreme measures to keep her secret safe. In the midst of all this chaos, Bill will offer unwavering support and protection to Poppy and Luna. He will reassure Poppy that everything will work out and promise to handle the situation with Katie so that they can move forward towards a happy ending. B&B spoilers, Will Spencer comes barging in. No matter what the truth may be regarding Tom, Bill's determined to provide Poppy with the unwavering support she requires at this moment, a gesture that escalates to a more intimate level. Regrettably, according to upcoming spoilers, Will Spencer will have the worst timing possible upon his return to Los Angeles.